Initiating System 1. System 1 loaded.
Nothing like a nice coffee in the morning. Yo, what is up, my Nakama? So my name is Daniel, and I'm a current second-year medical student. And this coming Friday, I have my final block exam for my pulmonology unit. And today is Monday, so I have like 3-4 days in preparation before I have the actual exam. So I'm going to take you through today how I study for my final exam, a few tips and tricks that I use in order to do well on my medical school exams, and also some of my calisthenics training later on. So I hope you enjoy, and let's get the day started.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay, so I just finished all my Anki. It's what I do first thing in the morning just to get it out of the way, get all my spaced repetition in, and I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day. So now I'm gonna go on a quick walk because I always like to take a break before I continue with my studies. So let's go. Okay, so I just finished doing some practice questions for my exam that's happening on Friday. And I think practice questions and practice tests are honestly the best thing that you can do in preparation for any exam, whether it's medical school or undergraduate. Because, for example, like I do Anki, and that's how I use spaced repetition, and that's how I memorize like this vast amount of information. But at the end of the day, you still have to apply that Anki, and the way you apply it and the way you apply your knowledge is through practice tests and through practice questions. And that's honestly the best way that you can sort of measure and grade yourself to see if you're actually prepared for your exam. So the practice bank that I use is Amboss, and I really enjoy Amboss so far. I've been using it for a few months now, and I'm also starting to use UWorld, which was given to us for free, since it's like the pretty much highest yield question bank for step one. But what I do is during my current blocks, I do the Amboss questions related to that block, and then I use UWorld to cover the previous block information. So I'll do like 10 to 20 questions in UWorld per day, and then I'll try and finish all of the related Amboss questions for my block. So for example, I'll do all of the pulmonology block questions on Amboss just to make sure that like I'm ready for the exam and that I've seen the types of questions that could potentially be asked. But yeah, so I just finished up with that, had a pretty productive morning of studying, and now I'm going to make lunch, and then afterwards I have a maps class that's going to be like a mandatory WebEx session. So I'll see you then.
선우랑 결혼하고 싶어. 허락해줬으면 좋겠어.
I just finished up lunch, and now I have to get ready for my maps course. Oh, by the way, I'm on my last episode of this K-drama that I'm watching called Reply 1988, And God, if it is so good, it is just one of the best K-dramas I've ever seen. I'm laughing and I'm crying every single episode. And I highly recommend, if you enjoy K-dramas, to add Reply 1988 to your watch list. But yeah, I usually like to watch about half an episode during lunch. So now I have to get changed into my white coat for my virtual MAPS session. So MAPS is an ethics course that our medical school has us take. And basically what you do is you discuss like certain ethical situations and dilemmas. Like for example, one time we had a situation where we had 5 people who came to the emergency department, but only 3 ventilators to give them. But we had to do like resource management and allocation and kind of decide who gets the ventilator, you know, based off of age, conditions, you know. But it's necessary stuff to discuss as a physician, because this is what we're going to encounter when we actually practice in real life, all sorts of ethical dilemmas and situations. So I'm glad that we're getting some practice now. And I think today's practice is it's going to be like a virtual simulation with patients, and it's going to be how to deliver informed consent to a patient. So I think what this one is someone has to go through a lung biopsy, and basically we have to consent them to receive that biopsy. And we kind of have to go through the complications, what the procedure is, and actually get their approval to perform the biopsy. So we're kind of gonna go through a simulation and how to do that and how to talk to a patient about doing a procedure like that. So yeah, pretty excited. I'm gonna watch a little bit more of this, and then I'm gonna go change and get ready for that WebEx meeting, and I'll see you then. Okay, so I just got done with my map session, and it was a pretty good map session. I mean, it was kind of difficult because imagine if you have to like consent a patient who has some sort of memory deficit or has some sort of dementia or something like that. It's kind of hard to consent them to a procedure that you have to explain the risks and the benefits and the alternatives and even what the procedure is for. If they can't or don't have the decision-making capacity to approve of the informed consent, then it's really hard to know how to continue. So I guess, you know, you have to look for another guardian or another person, like a family member that has decision-making capacity. So that's kind of what we discussed today through our simulation. But yeah, overall it was a pretty informative map session. I'm kind of glad we went over it and how to approach situations like these, because I'm sure that we're going to encounter stuff like this in the wards and on clinic. But anyways, it's 3 o'clock right now, so what I'm going to do until I start my workout at 5 is I'm just going to do some more practice questions and review some pulmonology material, and then I'm going to do my calisthenics home workout, which I'm going to show you guys in a bit. So let's go. Okay, so today was a pretty good day, you know. I got a lot done. I got my Anki done. I got a whole ton of practice questions done, which I did decent on, but you know, I gotta review a little bit during these next few days so that I'm very comfortable for my exam, for my pulmonology exam this coming Friday. But yeah, I think tomorrow I'm gonna go to the hospital and study there. They have a pretty cool library there. You obviously have to wear your face mask and stuff, but I kind of like to get out of my house because I've been studying in the office upstairs for so long that I'm kind of getting sick of it, and I kind of want to branch out and study in other places just so I don't go insane. But anyways, I'm pretty much just going to finish the night with some anime. Today is Monday, so on Monday nights actually God of High School episodes come out, which is this crazy new awesome anime that I'm watching. It's basically just straight up hands each episode. And I think the plot is kind of picking up though. So yeah, God of High School, that's my current anime that I'm watching. In case you want to follow along. Comment below what your favorite anime is, by the way. I'm always down for recommendations or just hearing, you know, weeb stuff. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay strong, stay healthy, and as always, Dattebayo.